Hello, my name is Rich Howard, and I'm the owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is going to be talking about and going through the steps of basically building a work area, a desk we're going to build, and we're going to add some other creature comforts to a environment in which I spend time working in. So let's move forward and let me show you what I have in mind. All right, let's come up with a design for what we're going to do here. And yeah, I mean, I've got 59 7/8. There probably should have been 59 and maybe 5/8. It's just too wide. So that's why we're running an audible here. So what I'm thinking on the left side is that we have that bracket coming down like this. And it actually looks like this if we're looking at it from a plan view. So what I'm thinking that I'm going to do is come up with the dimension on the inside of here, and then I will bring a bracket here. I'll bring another one here, obviously thinking out loud here. And then the desk will fit inside of here. And then probably what I'll do is I'll bring another one here, and then we can come perhaps down to the floor to support it here. I'm going to have to notch this one here in order for us to be able to drop our leaf down. So at this point, I need to start cutting these, and the issue is the Dremel tool is okay, and it's right now the only tool that I have, but I need to get my vise. I need to get my vise to hold that piece down because I've got no other good way to hold it down. So we're going to grab ourselves a vise. We're going to get our Dremel out, and we're going to start cutting pieces, and we're going to play with it right at the workpiece. So let's see how this turns into reality, if at all. Let's go. I've pulled off the bracket that was here. We're going to start by building two pieces to give us a mouth to slide our desk into. So I don't like where these couplers are, and I'm going to have to drill through them. Yeah, that's not lining up well at all. Goodness gracious. We're going to have to drill some holes. There's just no way around it. Well, actually, forgive me, it'll look like this. 29, 30. Well, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Oh, actually, what we want to do is look on this side. This is the side where we're fixed. This is where we're fixed. We don't have any play on this. Yeah, okay. So what we'll do is I need to remove those components out of there. Let's just start with uniformity on this. We're going to pull out all of these brackets. So, what are we doing here? We're going to go, and then another one down below, but we're going to have to either spread these out, cheat them out a little bit, which won't be the end of the world.
If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it.
12 3/16. So let's go over and cut a piece of these. All right, let's see if we can make some headway here. I'm not really loving that. Yeah, we're going to cut it to 12-inch. We're going to recut this because it's unnecessarily long, and then we're going to have to drill some holes in it as well. I should be holding it this way. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, I'm going to cut it back. Cut it back another 3/8 of an inch. Let's go over and do that. I'm just eyeballing this, obviously. Try that again. Yeah, that's good. We're gonna have to drill a hole. We're lined up good here. We're gonna need a hole here. So what I'm gonna do is cut one more piece so that we can get the other return leg coming out, and then we'll drill a couple of holes and we'll get this bolted, and then we'll just take this, we'll continue to take this one step at a time. Okay, so we've cut the first piece to the right length. I'm going to cut additional pieces now because what we're going to do is clamp over the piece on the right side. But what I'm going to do is, it's going together like this. The edge of the desk is going to sit inside of here, but I'm going to line these up. Yeah, this is perfect. This is lined up perfectly so that I can bolt it all together. So all that I'm really going to do is just mark a line here, and I'm going to cut more pieces actually. I've got two pieces that are lined up really well. And that's going to ultimately serve as our bracket on the right side. However, in order to get the drop leaf to drop, we're going to have to cut back part of this section. That much I know. So we're just going to leave that there for now because I'm not sure how far back to cut it. I could make an educated guess, but I don't know. I think what we'll need to do is let's come over. Let's take a look at what we've got going on this side to come up with an idea as to how to proceed. We know that we're going to have to come in. I'm going to measure the width here. Yeah, you know, when these brackets are just naturally hanging and not under any stress, they're actually the right size. So that's probably where my 60-inch came in. When I measure from here over to here, we've got 16 1/8 basically. So I'm going to duplicate two more brackets, just like I did before. And we'll start with the factory edge here, and we'll make them the same length. Let's come back over to our cutting station. Okay. Same scenario right to the bottom of that key. So I've got two pieces for the right. I've got two pieces for the left. All right, so let's see what we've got with this. So what my concept is, so I'm going to bolt that together. Oh, yeah. The issue now that I've realized is the head of the bolt is going to give us trouble. Let's just see how much trouble that gets us. The head of the bolt is sticking out into our area here, and let's see what we can do about that.
If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it.
Now, let's see what happens. Here's the idea. And our desk, the idea is our desk is going to slide right into that. Where are we at with our height? Yeah, 30. That'd be fine. We're probably going to have to splay these out a little bit to compensate for the head, but frankly, no one's going to know the difference, and I'm certainly not going to tell. Let's go to the other side and put a couple of more bolts on. The issue, though, we do know we're going to have to cut this back, and let's just see what it looks like first. Yeah, okay, so maybe these brackets, everything was just... I'm back to my original idea of the size. Okay, our thickness is good. I know, well, it's going to be the dimension between the heads of the bolts here now. That's what's going to be the telltale sign. Right to here. Going from that bolt head over to that bolt head. Yeah, we're at 58 and whatever, a half. So each one of these is going to have to get pushed back ever so slightly. I'm not overly worried about that. Let's try to dry fit the desk in. That fits in. Yeah, we can spread it out, that's for sure. Oh yeah. Getting a little stuck here. Let's hold. Oh, you son of a gun. It's the continuous hinge that's holding us up. That needed to be held, cut back ever so slightly. And yeah, well, our brackets will open up. Okay. All right. All right. So now, what's holding us up here? It's not going to be a problem because I'm going to notch the bottom side of this. That's okay. All right. So, what do we have to do now? Let's take a look and see. It's not awful. And I'm not worried about it hanging, but here's what we've got to do now. We've got it all the way back against the wall. And what we need to do is now notch the back of this. And I'm going to mark it with how far back we've got to notch it. With a okay. Other thing is we also have an unfinished edge here, which that's fine for me. So we're tucked all the way back to the tight to the wall. So I'm going to put this piece of tape in terms of where I've got to cut that to. on that side. That's what we're going to do. Beautiful. We're going to notch it right there. Then we're going to notch it all across here and open all that up. That's what we're going to do. So let's pull our desk out.
If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it.
Well, we're going to figure out how we can toughen up our sides here. I'm going to drop some brackets in there most likely. All right, one piece of tape came off, not a problem. All right, now cut these. You know, I think the Dremel tool is good for a homeowner that's going to do these small little nips and tucks, but in terms of production, it's just not the way to go. All right, so let's get this one secured. So I cut it, and I just obviously put it into the vise to flatten it out. So that'll be our one side, is what we have here. Now let's cut our other piece. And we obviously have to go across and then over. Let's do that.
Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.